US sends strong message to Nigerians. Buhari will govern from London. US have sent strong message to Nigerians, and we are hearing now that Buhari will govern Nigeria from London. It's happening. No, they don't want to, they say power change hand. No, they don't want that, because anytime Buhari leaves and Osibanjo is in position, they don't like what happens. The man changes things around, and I can tell you that if Buhari changes anything around, by the time if Sibanjo changes anything around, as soon as Buhari comes, that is the first thing they will alter. They'll make sure that immediately they reverse things back to normal. Anyway, US has sent a strong message to Nigerians and to Nigeria as a country. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe, click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Let's get all the details. Buhari's regime used COVID-19 restriction to violate Nigerians' rights. US have responded. The United States of America has responded. The United States government has slammed President Muhammadu Buhari's regime for using COVID-19 pandemic as a disguise to trample on a citizen's rights, especially during the End SARS protests. This was stated by the US Secretary to State Anthony Blake while announcing the 2020 country's report on human rights practices on Tuesday. Commenting on the 45th annual report of the U.S. Department of State, Mr. Blake noted that the Nigerian government has deprived her citizens and has defiled using the trick or using the excuse of the COVID-19 health risk to go ahead and infringe on the fundamental human right of her people and her citizens. This is not accepted. This is intimidation, and this they have used in the threat of arrest, intimidation, and other forms to demand justice, respect from the people, regardless of their own behavior. This is not acceptable. This is not right. So the United States has spoken that Nigerian government have used COVID-19, okay, to affect people. What they're really talking about is that let's occupy Lekki, the other one where Mr. Macaroni was arrested, where others were alongside were arrested. And so the US has slammed Nigerian government, saying it is rather very unfortunate that you use COVID-19 as a yardstick to infringe on your people's rights, to make it look like you are governing them and you are protecting them and all that. The question I will ask, how many people were there? How many soldiers or police were there that they could not adequately, look or engage or look after a peaceful protest that they will go ahead and begin to infringe on people's rights. Anyway, let's continue with the news. Let's hear how they said Buhari will govern from all the way from London. Okay, they said Buhari will govern from there. The medical trip President Muhammadu Buhari has gone to in London do not need transfer of power to Osibanjo, the vice president. As a matter of fact, Garuba Shehu said the presidency has told the nation that Buhari will govern from London for where he is, insisting that it is unnecessary for him to transfer power to the vice president, Professor Yemi Osibanjo. Buhari departed Nigeria for London, the United States, on Tuesday for a routine medical checkup and will spend a minimum of 2 weeks returning in mid-April. He is going to the United Kingdom to see his doctor and also did not transfer power to Professor Yemi Osibanjo. Many Nigerians have called for him to transfer power. However, the spokesman to President Muhammadu Buhari, Garuba Shehu, said it was unnecessary for President Muhammadu Buhari to have transferred power to Osibanjo since he will only be there for about 2 weeks and nothing more. So, my dear, it's happening. This is what is going on, and this is what we are receiving at this end, that Buhari does not need to transfer power. However, the United States of America has slammed President Muhammadu Buhari, saying your regime has, infringed your fundamental human rights. It is rather very unfortunate that in Nigeria, we have a government that oppresses her people heavily, heavily. This is a government that, allows injustice. It's only in Nigeria that you have the government oppressing her very own people. The very own people, they oppress them like no tomorrow. And this is rather very sad. See what happened recently, very recently. Occupy Lekki, before you know it, they were there and they were telling the people, you are very lucky it's not in the night. If it was in the night, we would have killed you. So you were telling us that what happened at NSAS is not a lie. They knew what they did. So anybody trying to say that there was nobody hurt or affected, you are deceiving yourself and you are not telling yourself the truth. Let's be very honest, a lot happened that night. And Nigerian government, this administration is soaked in blood, very soaked in blood. Only God will actually deliver us from this kind of government, that we have today. A government who kills her own. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Why will a president leave his people, go to London to have his medical checkup? When he gets to London, the doctors and nurses that will treat him, I can assure you, are not all English men and women. As a matter of fact, if you've been to London and you've been in their system maybe for a period of time, you understand that the real core English people hardly go to school to say they are going to study medicine. They do other courses, but medicine, majority of the people you have working in the medical profession over there in London, particularly London, are mostly foreigners. You have other European countries, other countries coming in. You surprise and get there that is a Nigerian doctor that is not the head of medical wanting, that will come and attend to him. So what's the difference? The same doctor, different location. The same doctor, different openings. The same doctor. So when you have a doctor who does not care, when you have a doctor, I beg your pardon, who is not given the right facilities and tools to work, how do you get how do you understand, how do you get these things to work? You have a doctor. You have a doctor. There is nothing for him to work with. Then he goes abroad. You go and pay heavily to get. Do you see the stupidity and the stupidness? Do you see it? And these ministers and what have they, all of them, they are parading. Yes, Buhari has gone for medical checkup and you are happy to see it. Is there not a cause? Can't you see that things are not well? Can't you see that things are rather on the other side of the game? Guys, it's happening. Listen, if we don't change the narrative and wake up and say, this is enough of this oppression, I wonder when we will change it. Leave us a comment. Please don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye for now.